But let's say there's a particular company that you believe in that you want to own shares of. We're now going to buy a fractional share of a popular stock, but first it's important to understand what a stock actually is. Stocks, also referred to as equities, are financial instruments that represent a fractional ownership in a real company. When you buy a stock, you purchase shares, and each company out there has a set number of shares that exist, and this is referred to as shares outstanding. For example, if you wanted to invest in Microsoft stock, there are currently a total of 7,430,000,000 shares outstanding. The value of these shares changes all day long during market hours, which are from 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday, excluding holidays, and the value changes based on people buying and selling shares. If Microsoft is doing well and reporting high revenues and growing profits, there's going to be more demand for those shares or more people buying them versus selling them. But on the other hand, if Microsoft slips up and reports bad numbers, there's going to be a lot of people selling the stock or a big supply of shares coming to the market. But for the most part, it's not people like you and me who are influencing the price of a stock. Instead, it's institutional investors who are managing billions to trillions of total invested capital. And real quick, guys, if you've gotten value out of this video so far, please do me a favor here and drop a like as well as subscribe and hit the bell for future notifications, as it will really help me out. Let's go ahead and buy a fractional share of Microsoft now. So here we are on the home screen of the app once again, and you can see here that we still have $26 of buying power remaining from that $50 that we put in, as well as the $1 that I had sitting there in my buying power. What we're going to want to do is click on the search icon once again in the top right, and if you don't know the symbol for the company, you can just type in the name. So we're going to type in Microsoft, and we can see that it auto-populates at the top. We're going to go ahead and click on Microsoft now, and it brings up the page here for Microsoft stock. Just like before, you can take a look at the performance over different spans of time if you want to see how this individual stock has done, but we're just going to do a really quick version here of buying the stock, and then I'm going to show you the different order types. So what we're going to do once again is click on the trade button, and then we're going to click on buy. But before I actually invest, I want to show you the different order types available through Robinhood. Each one of these order types works differently, and this impacts the buying and selling of stocks. By default, as you can see at the top, it's a market order, but if you want to change this, you'll click in the top right where it shows dollars, and you can see the different types of conditional orders listed below. When you buy or sell a stock on Robinhood, by default, during market hours, it's going to be a market order. And this simply means that you're going to get the first available price for buying or selling the stock, and you'll have near immediate order execution. It's usually just a few cents difference between the bid price, or what people are looking to buy the stock for, and the ask price, which is what people are looking to sell the stock for. So when you place a market order, it's going to fall in between those two. Market orders are best for those that are looking for immediate order execution, but if you wanted to specify the price exactly that you're buying or selling a stock or ETF for, that is when you would use a limit order. So if we click in the top right here, we can select limit order, and this will actually show us the current bid price and the ask price for Microsoft. So right now it's $4.53 as the bid and $4.53 as the ask. So that 8-cent difference between the two is referred to as the spread. And if you were to place a market order, the price would fall between those two numbers. But let's say, for example, that you wanted to buy one whole share of Microsoft, but you wanted to specify the exact price that you were going to pay. If you wanted to pay exactly $453 and no more for Microsoft stock, you could set your limit price at $453, and it would only fill that order if that specified price was met, and you can do the same exact thing on the sell side. Now, limit orders are not guaranteed to execute because there's no guarantee that Microsoft will hit exactly $453 a share, but this is helpful for those who are looking to specify exact prices for order execution. In addition, if you decide to trade stocks or ETFs in the Robinhood 24-hour market, which we're going to talk about later, you are only able to use limit orders during the after hours, so it is important to be aware of how these work. But what we're going to do now is just click on the trade button. We're going to click on buy, and we're going to invest $10 at this point through a market order in Microsoft. Now, one other thing I want to show you here, if you're looking to invest in whole shares versus individual dollars that are fractional shares, you can click the top top right and change this over to buy in shares, and you could buy one whole share of Microsoft for $453.78 at this point in time, and it fluctuates all of the time based on the buying and selling of the stock during market hours. But we're just going to change this back over to buy in dollars. We're going to type in 10, and then we're going to click on review, and this is going to buy us 0.02204 shares of Microsoft. And just like before, we're going to swipe up, and because this was a market order, it filled immediately at a share price of $453.51. So if we click on done, it's going to bring us back to the Microsoft page, and we can scroll down and see what my current position now looks like. So at this point, I'm now up 3.35% overall in my Microsoft investment, seeing as I had fractional shares from a prior demo video.